I'm joined by Congress Lok Sabha MP Mr. Karti Chidambaram. So thank you for speaking with us. There is once again a debate over UCC where the Law Commission yesterday have been saying that we are going to open a public platform where people can give their opinions and grievances as far as the UCC is concerned. How do you see this?
See, the previous Law Commission of 2018 had in fact concluded that this is not the opportune time for a UCC. In fact, worldwide, the trend is to respect slight differences in cultural practices, but while having an overall commonality in the code. And that's what we have in India. If there needs to be any reform because certain practices are discriminatory, I agree that they must be looked into. But the agenda of the BJP is to sort of make this into a polarizing issue just before the elections next year, because their entire target is targeted particularly at one community and the practices they have in that community. And, that's their propaganda tool to sort of other them and to sort of put them into a box and to say that this somehow needs urgent attention. There are many other issues which also need urgent attention. I'm sure even within the majority faith, which I belong to, I mean, we have avunculate marriages, we have consanguineous marriages, we have child marriages, then we have this unique system called the Hindu undivided family. So is this an effort to look at an overall reform of all religions, or is it just another attempt to polarize the country by targeting one particular segment? Because I'm always suspicious about the agenda of this government. And in worldwide, cultural differences must be respected. While if any practice is discriminatory, I completely agree that the discriminatory practice must be removed. In fact, I have moved a private member's bill where I've said that the eligible marriage age for women must also be raised from 18 to 21. It will be very interesting to see how they are addressing all this holistically, or is this going to be some sort of a public exercise only to target a particular community and their practices. I'm not holding a brief for any particular practice or any particular religion. I'm sure all religious practices, all cultural practices need to be looked at and reform need to be brought. But I'm not very convinced about the agenda and the timing of the BJP.
But the defense that is coming in from the BJP government is that this is the need of the hour, also saying that there are citing several court orders as well on this issue.
If they are saying this is a need of the hour, the BJP, which always says that they're speaking up for the majority community, have they ever talked about reform within the majority community? The evil of caste practices, the discrimination there, the child marriage there, the avunculate marriages, the consanguineous marriages. So there are so many other issues, but I never ever see them talking about reform with of the majority faith at all. I mean, I belong to the majority faith, but they never ever talk about the reform in the majority faith. All they're targeting is only at the event. This is not really a uniform civil code. This is actually a targeted exercise against a particular community. If it is, that's why I do not trust the bona fides of the BJP in this.
One last question: how do you think how feasible it is for a UCC to be implemented?
It will be very, very complicated. I mean, as we are even seeing about even in the court when there is even the issues of same-sex marriage which is coming up, there are very diverse views within society. I don't think it will be that easy to find commonality and to come to some sort of a even platform. But if society itself drives this effort, it will be better. But unfortunately, this is being driven with a political agenda, and I'm not sure how successful they are going to be. In fact, I would only say that they are going to polarize society much more than what it is today.
Briefly, if you could tell us your reaction on DMK Minister Senthil Balaji, because the debate is of course going on today. He was in fact yesterday in the hospital. So how does the Congress party and how do you see this?
The Congress party has clearly said that the ED has been weaponized, particularly the PMLA Act has been weaponized. It's been used only to target political opponents. See, there is no purpose in a raid and in an arrest. It, in fact, aids in no way in collecting evidence. It adds no evidentiary value. This is only for theatrics, for the voyeuristic pleasure of a few who are watching it. And it's merely optics. This is apparently an alleged event which happened before 2016, when the said person was a minister in the ADMK government. Now he is a minister in the DMK government. What is the purpose of raiding his official office in the secretariat? I mean, what are you going to find? Are you going to find documents concerning his previous portfolio in the previous government 7 years ago? So this really serves no purpose. It's only for optics in it. If it is a legitimate investigation, they would just simply call people for questioning, and they would have already gathered documents. These raids are all theatrics for only to hype the issue up and to create some sort of panic and hysteria. But I can tell you one thing very categorical. Tamil Nadu will reject the BJP, has been consistently rejecting the BJP, and will go and henceforth also will reject the BJP. And in the next parliament election, mark my words, Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry together have 40 Lok Sabha seats. The DMK Congress alliance is going to win all 40 seats in the next election.